Alright, so hi, I'm Morris Rosenthal for Phoner Books. I still have a cold and I'm talking with tissue paper stuffed up my nose, so I hope I'm understandable. Maybe you'll call it an improvement. We're in the third lesson of creating a simple author website using the free NVU software. And we're now up to page titling. And page titling is very important for helping the search engines determine what you think your page is about. They'll work out what they think it's about by analyzing the text on the page and the incoming links, but they still give some weight to what you think it's about for helping break ties and be more specific. So we're going to title this page Author Website Lessons, and maybe we'll give it a subtitle, Creating a Platform Using with NVU. And let's see, we'll make that a heading paragraph, heading, 3, and we'll make this one heading 1. And it really shouldn't have expanded the space that much, but I'm going to leave that to be a NVU quirk, and we're going to move right on. So here's our title name, but that title still doesn't appear in this blue bar at the top of the browser, which is where page titles should always appear for the search engines to understand that they're a title. Currently it's just a headline. So I'm going to copy that. I just did a Control-C, and then I'm going to come into the source code here and find right at the top there where it says title, where it did say index. I'm just going to paste in this Author Website Lessons, Creating a Platform with NVU, and I'm going to drop a dash in there just because it's sort of a broken phrase, and save it. Now you look at the top here, and sure enough, the name of the name in the browser bar here is turned into Author Website Lessons, Creating a Platform with NVU, and that in fact is the HTML page title, and it's really that easy. So let's see, we may as well go through the other ones while we're here. So we've saved that already, so we'll open. That was index.html. We'll go and do contact. We'll just work our way through the list. We'll call this the author contact page. And save that heading 1 format as being the last we used, which is fine by me for the time being. You'll notice when we drop into the HTML, the source code, it throws away that heading format. All text is equal in the eyes here because the tags are what create the actual fonts, etc. So there we go. We've saved that one, and it appears up top, author contact page for contact.html. We'll open the next one, which is using, and we'll come in here and say using images with text. And do we want a subtitle? A picture, it looks like there's an extra space in there, but a picture isn't worth 1,000 words online. Let me double check if that's heading 3 format paragraph. Heading 3, yes it is. So it did figure that out. Okay, a little quirky, but we'll go with it. And I see I've capitalized very differently than I have in the previous one. So let's stick with this strange use of capitals for sort of random words. And we'll just call that one of my quirks. NVU is enough quirks. I have quirks too. There we go. I just need to select this without the cursor running away with it. There we go. Control-C. Pop into the HTML source code and paste that in for the title. Control-V. And I'll add a dash again. File. Whoops. And we'll just hit save. Alright, and that title now appears up top. We'll open the next one, which is Visitors. Open. We'll give it the title Note that these are file name order, not in the order that they are in the navigation. visitors, I'm going to say understanding. Understanding visitors. You see, it doesn't have to be the same. Okay, and by the way, you can also see the space here to the right is going to be much larger when this page is actually open in a full-size browser. I'm just using a very small window for the time being because I want to keep the screen small so you can read what's on it. And this might even be a good example here. We'll show this. Understanding visitors to your website. And you notice this table here is now expanded, coming down. And we'll say monitoring, except I want that to be the next font size. So we'll say monitoring web server statistics and interpreting, I don't know if I've spelled that correctly, interpreter, not sure, but we'll leave it for now, interpreting traffic. Okay, now that looks horrible currently on this page, but when we go ahead and expand the I wonder if I can even show that right now without messing up the presentation. I'm coming up here, I'm going to maximize the window size, and there you go. That's more like what it'll look like on a full screen. It still has this extra plop in here. I wonder if the table cell is not aligned at the top. Cell, vertical, top, apply, OK. There we go. We'll look at that later. There's an extra space in there for some reason. But we're shrinking that back down again. So it's just so you can see that there are some things going on that'll change when somebody is viewing the page in full screen mode. Nobody has a computer screen this small. File save. Though the truth is, with netbooks coming back, you might want to keep smaller screens in mind. Open. We're up to writing. And we're going to say writing, writing for the internet. Let's say writing for internet readers. That's a little different. And getting your point across. Oh, there's another word I can't spell. Online, and we'll go back and throw in some more capital letters that I'm so interested in. Don't ask me what that system is. Across. No, can't be two C's. Can't be two R's. We're going to have to live with it. Okay, and save. I'm sure there's a spell. This isn't a bad time to point out there should be a spell checker in this somewhere. There we go. Spell. Online it didn't like, but I don't care, and ignore, completed. So I guess I spelled across properly, and we've already saved, and we'll open the last one, which is YouTube. I hope I haven't gone over 10 minutes yet here, so we're going to call this quickly YouTube videos for authors and using YouTube, using video on a web platform for writers. That's good enough for a web platform. Change that back into heading 3. Okay, and we have all this extra space down there that we didn't want. And we'll save that. Now, I don't know how much time I have left on a YouTube 10-minute video, so I'm going to stop here, and in the next lesson, we'll show navigation between these pages for real. Oh, and I'm sorry, we forgot to put this in as the HTML title, so we'll do that right now. Source, title, Control-V. Anything you forget, you can go back and do anytime. It's the internet, nothing is permanent. Save, the title is up there now. All right, we'll be back with you in the next video.